All right. I'm on the air waiting on you.
It says, okay, so it took me to Streamlabs Talk Radio site.
That's it.
But then it says log in or get started.
Should be ready to go right there.
I'm on the home screen. There's nothing here is what I'm saying. It's just like a page.
I'm going to send you a link again.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. All right, folks. We are live with Lonzo. And this is one of the things about being live. Sometimes you could have a little difficulties. My guest just called, said she was having a couple of issues. But we're going to send her a new stream and make sure she gets online safe as we get the interview started. We're going to make this happen in just 1 second, folks. Just bear with me. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you haven't, don't know who this is, I'm Lonzo, the godfather of West Coast hip hop and the president of the Compton Entertainment Chamber of Commerce. And as you very well know, we are in the middle, on the downhill side of the election season here in the city of Compton. That being said, we have 4 candidates running for the city council seat for the 4th district. And I am looking to interview most of them, if not all of them. On the line, we just had Alysia Rivers. She had a little difficulty getting online, but she will be here shortly. Meantime, just hold tight. And at some point, we plan to open the lines up so that you can talk to Ms. Rivers and ask her some questions if you have any. I'm going to ask her a few questions, and let's see how that works out for her. And we'll be all right. Let's see if we can get her in here right quick and make this happen, folks. Again, we are live, and we have to start on time because if I don't, my assistant will cut us off, kick us out, and we have to start all over again. I got another guest coming on at 7, so let's see if she can get in here right quick and get this party started. The election is March 5th, Tuesday, March 5th, and if you have not registered to vote, it might be a little bit too late, but if you have not voted, please prepare to vote. You can do the early voting. You can do a mail-in vote. You can walk it in like I do sometimes just to go see what's happening, get a vibe for what's going on. And it's all good. A city election is probably one of the most important elections you can participate in. Why? Because these people you will see in the grocery store, at the PTA meetings, at city council meetings, you can go talk to them direct, and they have a direct impact on your life and the city and the condition of the city that you live in. Some people say, "Oh, your vote don't count." Not true. In a city election, every vote counts. There's no electoral college to offset the popular vote. It's 1 for 1, man for man, vote for vote until it goes down. So if anybody ever try to tell you your local vote does not count, tell them Lonzo said that ain't the truth, because it is the most important vote you can cast. Like I said before, your local elections, city, county, state elections, all those votes are counted 1 to 1. The only one that does have any type of variance to it is the presidential election. And even that is heavily determined by the actual votes that you get. And the electoral college kicks in and casts the electoral votes, blah, blah, blah. Y'all know how they go. But the local elections, you got to have them. You got to participate, babe. We got 100,000 folks in the city of Compton. And we're lucky if we get 10,000 to vote. But we got 99,000 complaining. That's not how it's supposed to go. We got 100,000 plus in the city with about 10 to 15,000 that make the decisions, but everybody's complaining. That's not a good look, folks. So please do not hesitate to participate. If you can't vote, but somebody in your house can, hey, let them know. Hey, folks, we need to vote and get the person. I'm not telling you who to vote. That's not my job. My job is just to help you understand who you are voting, who you have the options to vote for. And I think that's pretty interesting within itself. Let me see if I can make sure I send her the right link, folks, because sometimes I have different numbers on different people. And we can get a little mixed up. Let me make sure I got her other email address to make sure when people, because when they run from office, they get different email addresses. So I have to make sure I have the right one for her. She has a couple of them here, and let me see where it is. I don't have it. Let me see here. Let me give her a buzz. Make sure she found it.
I'm here now.
Good. Okay, great. I'll see you on the show.
Okay, bye.
All right. She got it, folks. She says she's here. I'm waiting to see it. All right, folks. This is what we do. Sometimes, hey, when you're running live, that's the only pitfall about being live. Sometimes you have a little minor hiccup, and it can slow the progress down. But nonetheless, the show must go on. I'm a firm believer in that. So I will run my mouth for 30 minutes, and if she makes it, we'll damn sure include her in the show. But if not, I'll run my mouth for 30 minutes and give you all the information I possibly can. This is what we do, folks. Compton Entertainment Chamber of Commerce. We try to bridge the gap between City Hall and the shareholders of Compton by various to make this thing happen. One of the things we do is the Compton Entertainment Channel, and you are looking at us live on the channel, and Alysia just joined us. There she is. Hello, dear.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. Sorry about the technical issues.
Hey, that was just explaining to our audience. Every once in a while, that's the only problem about being live. Sometimes you may have a little hiccup, but you figured out. You're a smart young lady. Wasn't no problem. Just get you the right link. That's all. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I cannot complain whatsoever. You are in the running for the 4th District of Compton.
Yes.
I got to ask you some questions. What are your qualifications? Now, you told us at all the various town hall meetings or the candidates forums. Let's say like I don't know you, and let's talk to people of Compton. Tell me why I should cast my vote for you.
Well, I believe that I am. Well, first off, yes, hello, audience. My name is Alysia Rivers, candidate for Compton City Council, District 4. And I believe what qualifies me is the advocacy efforts that I've done and successfully completed, and the current work that I do in my everyday job with the LA County Business Federation, which is a nonprofit grassroots advocacy organization that mobilizes and really just like advocates and changes policy and advocates at the legislative level for businesses, and not just for businesses but for the economic prosperity of the entire region. So our whole focus is the overall health of the region, and we have 12 different policy committees: water, energy and environment. I'm the advocacy manager for Art, Sports, Entertainment and Olympics Committee. And in the work that I've been doing with them for the last few years, we have our board meeting once a month, advocacy meetings once a month, our policy meeting meets once a month. But then we are the team that does all of the work in the background. Oh, what happened?
We here.
Oh no, my computer went
okay.
Sorry, yeah. But and we're the team that does all the work on the background. So I'm boots on the ground in my own city, and then I'm also interfacing with all 88 cities in the county, plus the states, and we're advocating at the federal level for some issues as well. So all of that experience and exposure and the resources, it's like, okay, we conduct our meetings just like city council meetings, and we make sure everything is fair, and again, we're advocating and we're making changes at a policy level. So I see that all of this, and I'm like, I immediately want to take everything I can back to Compton. And everything I do, I'm looking at it through the lens of how can I make my city better. So that's really what made me want to run, because I know what I have access to, I know what I can do and what I can bring to the city, and it's just going to be better for everyone.
Sounds like a winner. Do you have any political experience? Oh, she froze on me. Don't get scared now. All right, she took a little. Oh, there you go. Took a little digital nap on me.
Oh,
What does your political experience look like? Okay, I think she must got one of them Obama phones. I don't know what's happening.
I am speaking. I'm sorry. Am I coming through clear?
You're kind of freezing on me, darling. There you go. There you go. Education. Talk to me.
Um. Okay. Sorry. Did you hear my last answer though? Because
No,
I could repeat it if I.
try it again. Try it again.
Okay. So, my political experience is the fact that is what I do every day in my 9 to 5. I'm not only interfacing with the CEOs, but speaking with legislators, and we're deep speaking with legislators in the Assembly, Senate, Congress. Whatever it takes to get this issue passed or opposed, whatever it may be. We're on the ground doing that work, interfacing with the businesses and the legislators. So I'm in this world every day.
Okay. Education. Talk to me.
I have my bachelor's in sociology and criminal justice. I graduated from Cal State Dominguez and by way of Compton College.
Okay. Okay. All right. Interesting. If you are blessed with the honor of being one of the fourth district city council representative, what would be your top 5 things you want to see done ASAP?
Definitely structure within City Hall with our department, and making sure that we're fully staffed, making sure that we have a solid foundation and structure as far as processes goes in City Hall. Trash cans around the city. We have all these cleanups that they have us doing all the time, but we wonder why they get dirty, because we don't have, when you look around, we don't have enough trash receptacles, especially when you look at other cities. They're where do we expect people to do with their trash? So that would be immediate. Definitely, depending on when I would get in there, it would be a revision to the budget. Definitely, making some changes in priorities there.
She'll be back. Just take your time.
Oh,
There you go. Sometimes it does that. That's that digital nap. Go ahead.
yeah, it's that. And okay, and we need to be working on the middle mile and making sure the broadband access in Compton is repaired, because they campaigned on that funding and campaigned on our name and our weaknesses, saying, oh, we how poor our access is. Got the funding and then are now saying, okay, you guys can go to the back of the line. That can't happen.
Okay, I call it a digital nap. She just took a little freeze. There you go. She's back.
Dang, I'm sorry. This is
It's
horrible.
not your fault. We know you didn't. You didn't install it. You just using it. Uh, I had the same problem with Mr. Bowers. We were talking and he froze every few minutes. Don't feel bad. Anytime I do an interview in Compton, I have the same issues. It freezes up like an ice cream cone, like it has brain freeze for a minute, but it comes right back. So I don't hold that against nobody. I don't hold that against my guests whatsoever. Yeah, we definitely need to get that fixed. That can, Compton, we're in the new age, we're in the new millennium, and internet performance should not be a problem. Okay.
No,
Like you said, people come in and they ask us, they campaign on our name, and then all of a sudden get kicked to the back of the line. That
yeah,
ain't gonna fly. That's not gonna
no,
fly.
no. And a lot of businesses, there are a lot of, like, I am pro business, but I'm also very much pro business accountability. When I saw that Target didn't have a trash can outside of their facility, I'm like, yo, and the parking lot was filthy, it was full of trash. And I went to the store manager. I'm like, excuse me, this is years ago. I said, excuse me, like, can someone needs to come out here and clean this trash up out of the parking lot? Like, this is a new shopping development. Like, this doesn't need to be looking like this. And they were just like, and I did that at Target and Home Depot. Target, apologized, all that good stuff, and said that they would get on it. When I went to Home Depot, the store manager at the time was saying, "Oh, well, that's just how the people are. We'll go out there, we'll clean it, and it'll just be dirty again." I said, "Where's your trash can? Where's your trash can?"
Okay.
So, like me, I'm a person that keeps my trash in my car, but then when I get out, I'll carry it to the trash can. And but I don't do always
Should be
a
back.
trash can when I get out and I'm going into a store. But in any other,
Say that again.
right outside. But for some reason, that's not what we have. So, like, I'm pro business, but I'm also pro business accountability. There are all these developments that are vacant, and I also know that a lot of these developers are profiting off of the brown space. So it is actually more beneficial for them to leave that their business or that building empty as a tax write-off than it is to rent it out to someone and do the upgrades and be a decent landlord. So then you have situations like with the East Side Riders. They have this whole green initiative where they do $25 bike rentals for the month, and they do bike rides, and they do all this community work and the programs for free. They came to Compton and they left within months because the landlord would not make their building habitable.
East Side
So
Riders on Compton Boulevard.
they're not there anymore.
They're not there anymore.
No, they left
I didn't know
because
that.
the landlord would not be reasonable with making the necessary adjustments. So, but then they want to charge you a bunch of rent. They do that because it's like, pay them. All right, you want to be there, but I'd rather you go anyway. So it'll just be a write-off. Like,
now that's something that the city council and the city manager's office or they can pass legislature to make that illegal or make there be a penalty for doing that kind of situation. I mean, because I've heard this has been going on for quite some time. This is not a new problem in Compton.
This exactly. So why are we not passing ordinances that will help, that will allow that for us to, at least if you want to do that, oh no, okay, well, you're going to be paying us. Right. Or we need to be able to seize that building or make, like, no, you can't have a building sitting vacant for years. You should have that sitting vacant for longer.
Come on, she'll be right back. Don't worry about it. She'll be right back.
I don't know. Okay, where did I leave off?
The building shouldn't be vacant for how many years, you think?
Of years. There should be a certain amount of months, and you should be making necessary efforts to get someone else in there that meets our standards of what should be there. But having all this brown space and us just allowing it, no, that's stripping us of our economy. That's tax dollar. We could have businesses there thriving, flourishing. That could be a place where people are being employed. It could be a place where someone is being educated. Some kids can be off the street, homeless. Somebody could be, not sleeping on the ground anymore. We could be doing something with what we have, and that increases the quality of life for all of us instead of allowing us to be vacant. So, and that's a priority for me. I'm tired of seeing it. And also tired of having to leave outside to Compton. To Carson and Lakewood and Linwood and everywhere else to meet my everyday shopping needs. When I was a child, we bounced around within this whole city to do all of our shopping and meet all our needs that way. And that's how you create a thriving economy. So why are we not doing that? We have all these business owners and people with talent in our city, within our city limits. So why are they having businesses outside of Compton? Why do they have to drive to Pomona and Chino and Long Beach and everywhere else to have their business when we need businesses here? We need tax dollars flowing through here.
That's true. Now I got a question for you. 4th District, full of holes. How you fix that? Full of product. Ladies of the evening, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna take my street vocabulary out of my mouth and go back professional. Ladies of the evening, how do we fix that?
We get rid of the motels. Like, we are literally housing them. There's a resource there that they utilize to conduct their business, and the motel owners are allowing it because who else is looking for a hotel on Long Beach Boulevard? The motels were put there or built there before the 710 was built. So yeah, that at that time it was necessary to have motels, and truckers and all those people would stay in them, and that made sense. But they're no longer, they're obsolete. So they've adapted to the environment, and now this is their customer. So okay, we see this. So why were we still having them here? Why have we not rezoned so that we no longer have motels, or and then or in eminent domain, we take the building. Or I mean, I'm like, another way. I don't know if anyone has gone and spoken.
She'll be right back. She's fire. She's on fire too.
No,
she'll be right back. There you go. Come on back, baby. Come on back. There you go. Oh.
Case for like a few years now. So have we gone to them and with the proposed funding that we have and saying, can we purchase your building for this much and turn it into a housing? I'd much rather have that being a secure facility or a shelter for our foster youth than the prostitution. But either way, so those are just right there. Those are two separate options that we have. But either way you go, you solve the problem.
Okay, I know there's a lot of hotels on Artesia by the 91. The county bought them and turned them into reentry facilities. The old Willow Tree Inn. They took that, and that's one of the things they're doing over there. They rebuilt it, remodeled it, and they bring people off the streets, and they have a facility to help them find jobs, treatment, the whole 9 yards. So I think that would be a great alternative to prostitution.
Exactly.
I just found it amazing that all of our local cities, Carson, Paramount, are all patrolled by the sheriff, but they don't have the same prostitution problems. I never understood that. I don't know what. I'm quite sure they got something in there, but still, that's used. I know there's motels in Lakewood, but you don't see. I've never seen anything like we have on Long Beach Boulevard, walking up and down the street. And it just seems to me that sometimes we get excuses for what can't happen as opposed to results to what can happen. And that just kind of
city. We pay millions of dollars. If we say this is our priority and this is what we want you to focus on, then that is it. That is what needs to be abided by. And if anything, now mind you, I don't know what I'm on the side, so I don't know what efforts and what conversations are being had between the council and the sheriff and what agreement they have. But I know I live right off Pauline and Long Beach Boulevard. So in order for me to even enter the city, I pass there. That's a hot spot right there.
Hot spot.
Sushi Kumiko. And my son loves Sushi Kumiko, so we eat there like once a week. But I met one of the head chefs, the family there. They're great. The head chef's name is Bruce Lee. But he said, and it's beautiful. And they have awards. They're the only sushi spot in Compton for our 100,000 city. And they say people want to sit there and enjoy their food, but they can't because there's naked women shaking their butts at them. And then he tells about the children. He said they don't care, they shake their butts at them, and that just breaks my heart. Like I have a 12-year-old, and
okay.
So it's just it And honestly, you would think I would go nose blind to it, but it literally angers me every single time.
Okay. Now, you say you have a 12-year-old son. You married?
No, divorced.
Okay. How would your mommy duties interfere with your city council duties?
No,
Gotta,
I mean
gotta
they
ask.
don't. I mean, we got a question. We're in 2024. Come on now.
I'm just gonna ask. That's all. Because people go.
That's not a no, no, no.
I understand.
Nah.
I understand, but I gotta ask a dumb question sometimes, just because people want to know. What else I want to talk to you about? You're an author. I know that for sure. That's how we met a few years ago at a book signing event here in Compton, and you told me some things that day that I'm like, what? We can't talk about them on the air, but it was some things about Compton, nothing else. Just keep it clean.
Oh, okay.
It was something about Compton that you had told me that I found out. I even got more verification that what you were saying was absolutely true, and that was just the tip of the iceberg of what you had told me about some of the things that was happening around Compton in regards to higher up law enforcement. We're gonna leave it alone. The election is Tuesday. How do you plan on closing out these last few days?
Sorry, it froze. So I didn't hear the last part.
Okay. The election is Tuesday. Mm-hmm. How do you plan on closing out these last few days of campaigning?
In the streets. That's it. Connecting to the people, door knocking, just reaching every person that I can and connecting to them that way. I've been doing the door knocking on the weekends that it hasn't rained.
It rained this Saturday.
Yeah, I know I saw that, and I'm supposed to be out there Saturday, of course. So, but yeah, every day till Tuesday, I'm just reaching as many people as possible.
Okay. Interesting. All right. The phone lines are open. If anybody wants to call in, 424-256-9211. You can ask Alysia a question. We got a few more minutes left. I'm not going to keep her long. I know she got a campaign to run. Or I know there has to be a labor of love. You have to talk to a lot of people. And I know sometimes going to the city council meeting, and I sit there and listen. And some people come there with their fists balled up, wishing they could probably knock the shit out of somebody on the city council. Anybody. They're just mad. It's just sometimes they're just, after I sat down and spent some time with some city employees, once you understand how the process of getting things done in Compton, you have to have, you have to find the money and the legalities. I mean, after I dealt with Easy Street, I realized that ship don't turn on a dime. It takes time to get things done. It can be frustrating. But you have to understand that a city is like a big old cruise ship. It's not a rowboat. You just can't turn it around on a dime. You can't make decisions, bam, 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 bam. It don't really work like that. You have too many departments you have to check with, funding, legal, accessibility, whatever the case may be. And I think that sometimes, and not being able to talk to anybody outside the city council meetings can breed a lot of frustration. And I think that's why I created this channel. That's why I have the newspaper and the other entities, the app, so people can communicate a little bit more. And I think communication is very important just to survival and understanding what you do, because what I feel is going to affect how I feel about you or think about you. I might not even know you, but because you got a position and I got potholes, I got trees, I got lights that ain't on, I got all these, and it's your fault. It's your fault, okay? Yep. But you don't know. But what they don't know is there's street maintenance, there is code enforcement, there is funding. All these departments have to be addressed before you can change a light bulb sometimes. Fixing the street, that's like, I found out that's like a 9-month process. So you got potholes. By the time you do the vendor, hire a contractor, have somebody come out and do the engineering and have to do the work and get the money for it, the whole 9 yards, 9 months didn't pass by. You could have a baby by then, okay? It's like birthing a baby. It takes about 9 months to get something done. And once you understand that, you might not be as mad. You still will be frustrated because you nobody wants to go down Wilmington and dodging potholes. I pass out my papers sometimes, and boy, going down Wilmington between the Alondra and Compton Boulevard, I need a 4-wheel drive because it gets rough. It gets real rough down there. But you hear about it's going to get fixed, and it's going to be fixed, but you don't know when it's going to get fixed. So every time you go down there, you still feel that frustration, and that's why communication is important. At some point in time, you can see a deadline to some of this drudgery that we deal with here in the city of Compton. Just like the Alameda corridor. I mean, the Alameda Bridge. That's been out for like 3-4 years.
Yeah,
and nobody knew what was going to happen, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And as an advocate, as someone that is boots on the ground and who knocks on doors and speaks to residents on, or has done this for years, and also from interning inside City Hall, I know for a fact if City Hall was transparent about what they're doing, the processes, and actually accurately setting people's expectations, people would not be so angry, and they wouldn't be coming up. I don't believe that they would be coming up to council meeting acting the way they do. Either they're not doing anything and they're not actually working to solve their problems after they leave council meeting, or they're just doing a really bad job of communicating, with what they're doing. So I'm not going to say they're not doing anything. It's one or the other.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm going to say, but you can't have poor communication, especially in a city like that's in a state that ours is in. We need like a big old billboard with a thermometer or something that keeps people up to date on where we are with fixing the city and where the next timeline is or something. But there needs to be a really big effort that comes out of City Hall that to communicate and be transparent with the residents.
You're absolutely correct, darling. And sometimes when you sit there and I listen, I've been asked run for city council a couple times with different people. My patience is not there. I can't sit there and let somebody fuss me out for 2.5 minutes and I say that. I can't do it. I'm not that well disciplined. So and I think maybe this is the way sometimes people come out there, they speak, they be angry, and because of the policies of the city council, they have to just sit there and just listen to them. They don't really respond. They're not supposed to respond. Occasionally, somebody may respond or see my liaison, but it just and some people have so much frustration they want somebody to take it out on, and they would love some type of exchange. That's why I created this channel. So at some point in time, we'll be able to have some kind of exchange without being so upset, and we could have a dialogue that would allow everybody to have a conversation, get a better understanding on how things work.
Absolutely.
And this is why I wanted you on the show, so you can sit here and talk, tell them about yourself, ask some questions, and just let them get to see how you are. Because people see you, and some people know you, some people don't. And they see you at a candidate's forum, and she's a young pretty girl. What is she really about? And they ask you questions, but you can't really go into any depth because you got a time limit. And that's why I want to spend a little time with you. I'm gonna post this on my show, on my Facebook page, on the Chamber Facebook page. I can't tell you who to vote for. I can't vote for nobody. All I can do is let you see what your options are. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, Alysia, anything you want to say before we go, darling?
No, I hope that I have represented myself well and that I can earn the community's support. I know that I have the vision. I was able to prove voter fraud when that had never been done before, and with no blueprint or map. So and since then I've gained even more experience, and I want nothing but the best for Compton. I know that we are the blueprint. We can make ourselves an urban utopia. And, I think that if we get started now in 4 years when the Olympics is here, we can really present our city on that global stage in a way that where the aesthetics actually match the way we feel about Compton. So I think that we can do really great things. When we need to rebuild our entire city. Let's prioritize jobs. Let's prioritize getting residents ready for for the workforce, and taking those jobs and positions. If our neighbor is making $70,000 and $80,000 and up starting off, that's better for me.
Yeah.
My neighbor to the other side can work on their home and upgrade their home. That's better for me. If there's a bit, a shopping center where I can, do my little appointments and do my little shopping, and I don't have to go to Cerritos or anywhere else, that's better for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So so I really want to, my focus is, I just hope that people know that my focus is increasing the quality of life for Compton residents as a whole.
All right. You heard from Miss Alysia Rivers. She's running for the 4th District City of Council, City of Compton, fourth District City Council, City of Compton. Anything you want to say before you want to close out right quick, darling?
No, that was my closing.
That was your closing. All right, folks. You heard her. Cast your vote for somebody March 5th, folks. Thank you very much, Alysia. See you later. Have a good one. Peace.
Bye.